morning, students. This is the first video of the chapter Colonialism and the City. And we are going to discuss in this chapter about impact of British rule on Indian cities. In other words, we will discuss how the British government created different types of impact on different cities of India. We have to understand that when the Britishers came here, the cities were known for different activities. Some cities were known for trade. Some cities were well known for manufacturing. Similarly, some cities were well known for temple building. So the impact of British rule was different on these different cities. When the Britishers came, they tried to change everything in their own way. When they came here, they understood that different cities are having their own culture. So they will have to deal differently with all those different types of cities. For that, they started establishing their own centers, their own trade centers, and one by one, they started removing the old important centers. When the Britishers came, they found that important centers were Machilipatnam, Surat, Srirangapatnam, and after that, when they came, they changed all these cities and they established new center of power. Initially, under the king rule, these were like Surat, Machilipatnam, Srirangapatnam was the major city. But after the defeat of kings and the emergence of Britishers, new power center was created. So this was done in order to send a message to India that now the British rule has been established. Now we'll have to understand that in India, the growth of the cities was not so fast, was not going on very fast. Why? Because different regions were there. Kings were defeated and now attention was given to some new major cities. So old cities were neglected. If I am going to give you example that Banaras was the major city, but it was neglected. But when the kings were there in India, the importance of Banaras can be realized. You can understand the importance of Banaras. But when the Britishers came, they neglected those old cities and they created their own cities. They created their own cities and it was termed as the center of power. So this is how they created their impact. Now, we'll have to understand that why the Manchester in Britain was growing very fast, but at the same time, in India, different cities were not growing very fast in the 19th century. In Manchester, industrialization started. With that, urbanization also started. People migrated from west towards cities, and this is how development was created. A development evolved in Manchester. But so far as Indian cities were concerned, the problem remained the same. Why? Because I told you earlier that Britishers, they promoted few cities for their own benefit and they neglected old cities because they were not going to give them favor. So let us discuss what was the method or what was the plan that was adopted by Britishers. For the better administration or for the administrative cause, they developed some new cities, and those cities were termed as presidency cities. Like they developed Bombay, Madras, Bengal, and at the same time, they started the urbanization process in Surat, Machilipatnam, and Srirangapatnam. So you have to understand what is presidency cities. Presidency cities were created, as I told you, it was mainly created in order to get benefits. Because you can easily understand these cities were developed because they were having their port cities. They were nearby the sea area like Bombay, Madras and Gujarat. And initially Surat and Machilipatnam, they were also near the sea area, but they were under the control of kings. So in order to realize to Indians that now we are here with the new power, So they shifted their attention from Surat or Machilipatnam or Seringapatam towards Bombay, Madras and Bengal, and they termed it as the presidency cities. Now the entire power was revolving around these cities. The entire power of Britishers was revolving around these cities. And at the same time they neglected the Surat, Machilipatnam and other. I meant to say here, de-urbanization process started. So what is de-urbanization? It is just opposite the urbanization process. So in few cities in Britain, like Manchester, urbanization was going on with the industrialization. In India also, some cities were given more importance like Bombay, Madras and Bengal, and it was urbanized. But few cities that were already developed, they were neglected in the British time. They were completely ignored. And this is how de-urbanization started in those cities, like in Surat and Machilipatnam and Seringapatam. So now the economy of India was now centered around these presidency cities. And now it got diverted from the old port cities or the old cities. So we discussed that under the British rule, the cities of India saw different behavior. Some cities saw that the Britishers are doing a different type of behavior, step behavior towards them, whereas some cities were given much importance by the Britishers. So this is how a discrimination was created towards few cities, and few cities were given more importance. Now, next to this, we are going to understand that when the Britishers came, they found that Delhi was the capital. In 1857, Delhi was the capital, but later on it was developed as only a town and attention was given to Calcutta. So Calcutta was developed as a new capital of India and Delhi was ignored. As I told you, when the Britishers came, they came with the new policies, they came with the new guidelines, and they came also with the new center of power. So they ignored the Delhi that was initially the center of power for the last 1000 years, and now developed Calcutta as the new center of power or as the capital of India. But you'll have to understand that finally in 1912, New Delhi was again declared as the capital of India. This is another story, but you'll have to understand that in 1912, the New Delhi was finally declared as the capital of India. So what was the situation? How many Delhis were there before the New Delhi developed? You'll have to understand that in the past, many cities were developed. Some old cities were developed, and it was termed as the Old Delhi. And finally, Old Delhi was expanded to create New Delhi. So before 1000 years, and for the past 1000 years, the Delhi was getting importance, particularly in the period of Shah Jahan, when he created Shah Jahanabad. That was a world city. And Lal Killa, as well as you can also term it Red Fort, but it was framed inside the world city. And after that, it was glorified with so many Eidgah, Dargah, so many important elements were added to the city. This city was known for its beauty. And one of the painters, he clearly told, one of the writers, he clearly told, painters as well as he was a writer also, he clearly told that the streets of Shah Jahanabad is so well developed, it is so well finished that it can be compared with the album of a painter. So this was the beauty of Delhi, Old Delhi, or it was better known as Shah Jahanabad. Later on, it was developed with new forms, with new names, and finally in 1912, it was again declared as the capital of India. So, you'll have to understand that Britishers came and they brought many changes in the society, and they started their change from the cities, and they created different impact in different parts of India, in different cities. And this is how we saw that initially they ignored Delhi, they gave more importance to Calcutta, and finally in 1912 they again understood and they gave importance to New Delhi, and New Delhi was declared as the capital of India. Thank you so much.